So here's the thing. Do we want to talk about Tim Pool or do we want to talk about trans eradication?
Well, one I know more about than the other.
Please tell me you don't know more about Tim Pool.
I don't know more about Tim Pool, no.
Okay. Well, Tim Pool is a visceral piece of shit. My kid's in here. Everybody use nice words.
I always use nice words.
Yeah, only use nice words.
I look like I just woke up.
No, really you don't. No, really you don't.
I didn't, so.
Nick, you're going to be good-ish? What is good-ish? I mean, we're going to get fresh. Do we want me to flash my boobs?
Ooh. Wait. I'll have to join in.
Oh, we got somebody else. Yay. Somebody totally at random.
Oh, random's always good.
Yep.
Nice.
Hi. Is it Vivian?
Yes.
Oh, good. Excellent. I viscerally treat people's names horribly wrong. How are you, Miss Vivian?
I am fine.
You don't sound fine.
No, kind of hard. Watching all this. I can't hardly watch the news anymore. So, let alone read about it.
I would tell you, if you don't want to read the news, read both of our publications, and then you'll get a much kinder news that will make you feel better about the news and not the actual news that happens.
Do that.
I will warn you, though, I use very strong and harsh language.
It's okay. I use it too.
Okay, great.
Today I did the honest thing, and did you see the news out in New York City?
Oh, yes.
No, I haven't.
A border patrol agent was off duty on a date, and they got shot by an undocumented immigrant who was trying to rob them.
Oh, geez.
I'm just waiting for the administration to take that and go, see, they're all dangerous.
They're all trying to kill us. No, okay, come on, really?
Yeah. I told my husband, I said, those guys, they go up there in those masks and they go in gangs, and the ICE agents, so to speak, agents. I said, somebody's going to just shoot them sometime. They're just going to say, no, you're not taking my son, or you're not taking my daughter, or whatever. And they're going to say, get out of here, and somebody's going to get killed. Oh, my God.
Yeah, this wasn't even that.
Have you heard about the gangs in L.A.?
Yeah.
So you have the Crips and Bloods, who have been at war with each other since the 80s, have officially called a truce between each other, and they are literally escorting undocumented immigrants to their immigrant trials so that the ICE agents won't detain them, because the ICE agents are more afraid of the gangs than they are the undocumented immigrants.
Amazing how we come together, isn't it?
Necessity makes very strange bedfellows. Yes,
yes,
very much.
It does. It does.
Very much so. This is your first time in the live, Miss Vivian.
It is.
I will let you ask me any question you want.
Oh, I don't know what to ask.
No one ever does. No one ever does. Little backstory. I am a trans woman. I am 53. I am a druid. There is a thing actually called druidism. And I am a multilingual person.
Oh, okay. Then you must not be very happy with everything that Trump is trying to do to hurt all of everybody, not just you, but everybody else, the seniors, everybody.
Yes, I am viscerally unhappy with what the shits his pants president is attempting to accomplish while he's sitting there in that White House that I don't think he should be sitting in right now. But to be honest, I just don't know.
I think that election was rigged.
There's compounding evidence to support that.
There is. There is. There is.
As far as trans erasure, the stuff coming out of Puerto Rico is especially disturbing because they're going to actually force people to medically detransition with their new law.
Yeah.
How can they do that?
That's a very good question. By stopping federal funding, so they're enforcing states to stop state funding of gender affirming care. And so, yeah, I literally will tell you if they stop my gender affirming care, I am not going to detransition. I will find another way to get what I need to get. And that includes, by the way, mail ordering my medications from Europe and Southeast Asia. That's dangerous, but I'm not going to stop.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop medicating myself, not by a long shot.
Wow.
But, and Jan is right, that is going to cause larger body of people who will unalive themselves because they can't medically transition, and people are going to die because of it. Yes, and it's not going to be pretty.
The thing that bothers me the most about all of this, and I'm talking from abortion to trans and LGBT and black, white, whatever.
Right.
There's the whole medical thing. There are HIPAA laws that they're not supposed to be able to get this information. So how are they doing this?
That's a very good question. It's a very good question that I do not know the answer to.
I don't either. I was actually thinking about changing doctors, and when they bring that form up of who they can talk to, I was going to write, not the government.
Not the government.
Not the government.
I will tell you, by the way, because I tell everybody this. If you want symptomatic care and you don't mind a druid advising you, I actually provide healing directives for people who don't mind to treat the stuff that's wrong with them naturally.
Oh, okay. I hear.
Take that with a grain of salt, but I have readers who constantly contact me and say, "Oh, I have this problem." Okay, well, give me 24 or 48 hours. We'll get back to you. And then I do, and then they go like one or 2 months or whatever. And I had somebody call me yesterday, and they were like, "Hey, I just want you to know that took care of my problem." I was like, "Oh, okay, great."
My sister's. My sister does that. She doesn't take the I'm sorry. I have difficulty talking sometimes.
We all do.
But she doesn't take the like the COVID shot and all that stuff, and she's never had it. And she, checks and does her vitamins or her supplements and figures out what she needs and doesn't need, and has people to go to. She's a doula too for right. They are. Wow. Well, thank you.
Wait, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. What the hell happened? Okay, anyway. I can't treat the big things. But when the apocalypse happens, everybody's coming after me. Hey, I have this problem. Can you heal me? Yeah, we can work that out. Sure.
It was a good try for sure. Oh, thank you. Thank you for letting me in.
Oh, of course, Vivian. I if I see you subscribe to the publication, I will give you a paid subscription for 30 days for free for coming into the live session. I do that for everybody. So that you can not read my horrible biography. If you find it, don't read it. It's a disaster. It's a piece of crap. But if I see that you're going to the pub, I will check after the live, and then don't listen to my kid. Charlie Serval is my kid, and I don't know who that Erin person is, but she keeps saying that too. But don't read it anyway. So, Vivian, please have a very good night.
Thank you. You too.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.
Always good to get new people, right? So now we're gonna find somebody else new.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick on I'm gonna pick on meaningful asshole now.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick on meaningful asshole now.
I don't think I've actually met them yet.
No, I haven't really met
okay.
meaningful asshole yet either, but we're gonna see if meaningful asshole takes the bait. By the way, meaningful asshole, I will tell you, I'm probably a much larger, more meaningful asshole than you are. I can pretty much.
I'm wondering what that means. I really am wondering what that means.
That's there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things. Oh, Timmy, I always pick on people. Meaningful assholes not biting though.
You'd think they'd be braver.
Yeah. Okay, so let's look for Vivi. Not yet. So not yet. So let's see who we're gonna pick on now. Because I don't want to pick on Erin until it's time to ask the fucking question.
Well, Bathrobe Guy doesn't want to usually get on the camera.
No, Bathrobe Guy, like, he's not cool. He is cool, he's not cool. Oh, you know what? I've been meaning to. Here, we'll do this one. And then if my weirdo friend says no, then we'll go to someone else. So, how are you doing today, by the way, Lisa?
I'm okay. I'm being bad about freaking out about thinking about things. The worst part is when you're in the diagnosis thing and you don't know what it is. I'm kind of in that mode.
Oh, right.
So, and I know I just got to like not think about it, but that's like telling you not to think about that blue dot over there. Then all you think about is stupid blue dot, you know? Don't think about there's that blue dot again, you know? So.
I have the same problem. I'm a huge cardiophobe.
Oh, okay.
So whenever I get a weird feeling or whatever going on,
Yeah.
I can't process it very well, and so then I start to panic about it.
Right.
And
exactly.
when that happens, so like when random pains happen.
Right.
Now I will just tell you this, like, so as a trans woman, like, those hurt.
They hurt when you first start developing them as
a
teenager girl too. So.
I would get like, not to be gross, but like that nipple pain right there, that nipple pain drove me up a wall because it would happen like electrically, and I would be like, ah. And then my partner would, why are you grabbing your tit? Because it hurts. And I want it to stop hurting.
Right.
I'm why is my nipple hurting? Please stop hurting. I'm still grabbing my boob. Everybody could see me grabbing my boob, right? Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that.
Well, I will tell you that after I breastfed my child, that's more serious nipple pain than ever. My goodness. And then he got teeth.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I have a curiosity about that.
Mm-hmm.
I have a curiosity about that. I want somebody in the chat to answer this. How is it that there are people who, and I've heard that this happens in certain cultures, although I've heard somebody in English cultures have done this. They continue breastfeeding into the 5, 6, and 7 range.
I've heard of that happening with one. My husband's had a person who died. He said the kid was begging to quit.
Like, yeah,
Mom
how
was
the
like,
fuck?
"Come on, baby." He's like, "I don't want to do this anymore."
Okay, Erin, food is scarce. I get that. But come on, like, I'm sorry, I have to say this. When you get past a certain age, it's literally just sexual at that point, right? Because I don't see another reason. I mean, that's.
I nursed my son until he was 2. And the second year was only for naps.
Right.
Okay, because he would fall asleep nursing. So, and the second year was mostly, this is going to sound evil, but my ex-mother-in-law actually punched one of my nieces with keys in her hand with the keys sticking out. And we didn't want her to have my child when he was too young. So I breastfed him the entire second year just to have another year of not letting her have him alone.
Really?
Really.
Wow.
Because he nursed to fall asleep, so she didn't want to have him overnight and have him not be able to fall asleep his normal way.
The normal way?
Yes, he'd fall asleep nursing, so.
Oh.
She didn't get
Not
the baby
nursing
until he
is
was
not
2.
normal. Wait, how did we get here?
Well, you asked about the 5-year-olds nursing. I'm telling you, I nursed till he was 2.
Julie is here.
Yeah.
By the way,
Hey, so exciting.
What?
I did a thing for you earlier. Was that okay?
Absolutely. I asked you to, right?
Yeah. I just wanted to be sure that the thing that I did, it was okay.
I just feel bad that you ended up getting the bullshit end of that, you know?
Well, like, here's the thing about that. Kimmy, this is Julie, who is one of our paid subscribers. And I talk to Julie a lot, actually. And so then there's Kimmy. Kimmy Wynn is actually one of Nick's friends. Kimmy's met Nick Paro, who I do lives with. But here's the thing, like, yeah, I knew how that was gonna go, and you'll laugh when I tell you this. I got really sort of upset about it, and and so I may have given that link to that comment to somebody. And that somebody is my Grove leader. And she doesn't talk that often, but she will make comments on my behalf. Especially if I tell her that I got beat up by this person today, and she'll be like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go say some shit about that.
Yeah, I know. I was like, Wendy, help me. Because this person was just, I don't know. I realized by the time I'm going, oh, sweetie, you should reread your New Testament, that I'm kind of in the weeds and I'm not going to be really helpful after that, you know?
No, I just look, when you understand linguistics, you can approach that. And
Exactly.
I set myself up for it, though, because I told the guy he was an idiot. You're an idiot, and here's why.
Was that not a true statement, though, that he was an idiot?
Yes. He was a dumbass. Alexandri dumbass.
Okay.
Very much. Whatever that means, I'm not sure, but yeah.
Oh,
he's making a joke of the Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah, the Count of
Three Musketeers.
Cristo. That's the Count of Cristo line from. By the way, it was one of the greatest movies ever made.
Oh yeah,
The Shawshank Redemption.
Oh yeah,
which I love. Kimmy, my microphone's like right in front of my face. But in the movie, like one of the HtFAWD or whatever, he's like the Count of Monte Cristo or whatever, and then the guy's like, "It's Cristo, you dumb shit." And then HtFAWD says, "By Alexandri dumbass," and then Dufresne looks at him and says, "Dumbass," and he holds the book open and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's that's about a prison break. You'd like that."
That is funny.
So that's why I make that random comment joke.
Well, it's just that those people just make me insane. They make me insane. The mega folk. Yeah. Because it's
they're
just
insane.
What?
That's because they're insane.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Although he called me insane, which I should probably take as a compliment. But
probably because that means you're more rational than he is, so you have to be insane.
I must be.
If they don't recognize rational anymore, so obviously
I know.
Here's the thing: they gave a podcaster who is paid by Russians. By the way. Tim Pool is his name. They gave him a White House press pass.
Really?
So today's geopolitical article was about Tim Pool. And here's the thing about Tim Pool. Tim Pool is he's a Russian shill. He's being paid money by the Russians to publish disinformation. And he's been doing it for a long time. He fomented the bullshit that the January 6th was an inside job, and that get this. I love this I hate this about him and love it about him at the same time. He booted Nazi sympathizers off of his podcast because they weren't anti-Semitic enough.
Oh my word!
Yeah.
Gotta up that hate, ramp up that hate.
Well, like when he said, like, should we kill Jewish people or whatever? They were like, well, I mean, some of them. And Tim Pool's like, no, they should all be killed.
Jeez.
And so now that motherfucker has a press pass. And so the name of my article was hey, Republicans, if you could let Trump shitlicker Tim Pool have White House creds, why can't I? I'm a better journalist.
Yeah. I actually can speak coherently. Yes.
But here's the thing about Pool that's really fucked up, like viscerally fucked up, is like everybody that they've interviewed that's ever been around him has literally said he's a coward, he's a phony, he's a joke, he's staggeringly idiotic, he's totally full of shit, he has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. He's a bumbling doofus who, by the way, uses AI to direct the things that he says on his podcast because he thinks it makes him sound intelligent.
Yeah.
And so they gave that guy a White House press pass.
Wow. I mean, that's always so dangerous when someone likes to look like they're intelligent because, I mean, that just comes with a million people who can tell that you're totally fake.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, literally all he does on his podcast is take questions from people and then uses his AI co-pilot or whatever to answer those questions so he can sound smart, like he knows what the fuck he's talking about. That's Tim Pool.
Funny.
That's
he's really stupid. So, Erin, I'm gonna prep the. Well, we need to bring Erin on in like 3 minutes because she was gonna ask a question, and I have a beautiful answer for her question regarding.
Okay.
Erin, I can go away easily.
And so, no.
Me too.
No, I'm gonna give it like 2 minutes. So, I should ask you, because I never asked you this, Julie.
Say what?
I've never asked you this before.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite musician? I always want to know the answer to that.
Who? What?
Who's your favorite musician?
My favorite what? Sorry. Musician. Oh, you confused me with someone who knows something. Let me go to my AI real quick. Actually, I'm I'm just I'm really my favorites were back in the day of Carly Simon and Carole King, because in my soul I'm a singer-songwriter, who can't sing, but that's a whole different thing. But yeah.
No, here's the thing about Carly. I love Carly Simon. And here's why. Here's why I love Carly Simon. One, I've seen Carly Simon live 3 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Of course you have.
And, well, that's the thing. Like, if you have a favorite musician, odds are, if they were popular more than 15 years ago and then farther back than that, odds are I've seen them live. But here's why I love Carly Simon. Carly Simon did an album of lullabies. And when Gizmo was like 6 months old, I put the little CD-ROM player or whatever in her room. And before she would go to sleep, I would play the Carly Simon song. And here's where, get ready. Like, if you are a crying person, if anybody's a crying person, get ready. So she would stay awake until Carly Simon started singing the Blackbird Fly, Blackbird.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
And you would hear her, like at 6 or 7 months old, say, Blackbird, Blackbird fly,
baby.
away. So, like, I would stand outside the door because I would wait for her to go to sleep. And that song, it was like the 3rd song on the CD or whatever. The minute the Carly Simon would say Blackbird, you heard me go, Blackbird, Blackbird fly.
Oh my gosh. That's so adorable. Oh my gosh. That is the sweetest thing.
And I was married at the time, and so walked back in the room, and her mom was like, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm just fine. I'm just fine. It's okay.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. There's nothing wrong."
Oh dear.
So yes, I viscerally love Carly Simon for that reason. So cool. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna factor that in the back of my head. Okay, can I sub you out now?
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Julie. Always. Oh, and I will tell you, as I tell everybody else, you have a problem with those people, just come find me.
Yeah, I started to respond, and then I was like, fuck it, go talk to Wendy. So yeah.
Yeah. I just realized you have a dog right behind you.
That's my baby right there. Yeah, that's Finn.
Your dog.
His name is Finn, but my daughter calls him Pampy because from the back, when he's all fluffy like he is right now, he looks like he's wearing Pampers. So she calls him Pampy. Which I totally love. Yes.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Lovely to see you both.
Oh yes, of course. So yeah, just you have a problem with those people.
Cool.
Just
Thank you.
Even if I'm working, just come find.
Yeah. Well, I figure I shoot the requests out there, and then if you have time, you go for it.
I'll make time for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make time for that.
Cool. I know you will. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Julie. Always.
Sure. All right.
Okay, let's go find because I'm going to answer, now I'm going to answer a really fucking tough ass question.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. This one's going to be fun because I got to read this question first. And so, Lynn Feinstein, welcome Lynn Feinstein to Wendy the Druid. Hurry up. Where the fuck? Okay, it's about time.
I know. I'm sorry. That took too long.
Okay. So you're going to have to restate your question about.
Sure. Okay. So My first question was, sorry, I have it on my screen. Pull it up. Okay. To what degree is it possible that Trump suspects? Oh, no, that wasn't the first one. So the first question was, what is Poole there for? And my question was, is he there to disrupt like narratives about like the gangrene that lives in his feet now? Like what's the point of Poole?
Okay, so Poole's presence is entirely to create dissonance in the media pool. So one of the issues that they announced today is they're doing a trip they're doing a European trip. The Wall Street Journal has been kicked off of the White House bus. They're not allowed to go. And so that's Trump telling every Wall Street Journal, fuck off. And so yeah, Tim Poole is entirely there to just run interference. And there's a reason for that. So he his audience is genuinely unhinged individuals who are ready for violence. Hi, Jalen, how are you doing? So the most disturbing possibility around that is that Poole's network functions as like Trump's dead man switch. So if Trump goes off the fucking deep end, Tim Poole's listeners those are all the people that will rush out and do January 6th all over again. So that's the mobilization of this amorphous blob of MAGA, whatever that's going on. And so that's why Poole is there. The other thing is this. Trump's wounded narcissism, and you coined that, by the way, is chilling because Poole's platform has hosted Stop the Steal, Capitol Rioters, QAnon, Pizzagate, with minimal to zero pushback. And so it's creating a ready-made ecosystem of believers who will challenge if Trump gets deposed. Now, when we match that against the Wall Street Journal running their article about the card that appeared in the book that Trump signed right over the vaginal hair of the drawing of a naked woman that he drew, I want to point out that Vance met with Murdoch 2 days before that article got published. So what the fuck does that mean? Does that mean Vance is trying to hedge his bets? I'm suspect. I'm very suspect about what's going on there. And so
the Bulwark suggested he's the one who actually gave him the letter.
Yeah, there's something like external going on there. And then the other thing that I should point out is that Vance and Trump have had no contact with each other and they are not interacting, if at all, too very much. And that is also disturbing. And so the timing of this is scary. And then you throw on top of that the fact that Poole willingly and knowingly takes money from a Russian disinformation campaign to publish his podcasts. So he's a Russian fucker no matter what happens. I mean, I think he's claimed that he did not know where that money came from, but I'm sorry. You can't be that cognitively dissonant and understand that would be the case. You just can't.
So how did those overlay, like the Russian factor for like Trump even himself, and then this guy, and then where that falls into like what Thiel and Vance and like the tech bros are trying to do? Like,
right. So the tech bros, they're all motivated by the Yarvin complex. So Curtis Yarvin, who is out here saying democracy needs to end, democracy's over, fuck democracy, We need to go back to stiff, iron-fisted monarchy. Fuck this democratic free shit. Kill, and Yarvin, who also is, by the way, kill all the trans people, kill all the queer people, decimate all of the minorities, and everybody should be white, and that's all there is to it. And so, like, Thiel and, the other larger tech bros, I hate to say this, even that guy I know named Larry, who is about to prove his child by Paramount. Dave Ellison is about to buy Paramount.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave's purchase of Paramount is why Stephen Colbert got fired, which is also bullshit because it's political. It's political bullshit. And so that's a real problem. And so, yeah, it's hard to piece it all together. I will tell you this much from Putin's perspective. I'm publishing an article tomorrow about the Red Phoenix Initiative. Do you know about the Red Phoenix?
Uh-uh.
Putin has been trying to reform the USSR.
Right. I know that. I didn't know it was called Red Phoenix.
about to explain. I will explain to you tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning why and how.
It isn't just because he wants to rebuild the glory days?
No, he literally wants to control a third of the earth. And remember, when the USSR was a functioning entity, they pretty much controlled like a quarter of the earth. So all of Siberia and Eastern Asia, a huge swath of the Middle East, and then all of Eastern Europe was all Soviet bloc.
Right.
And so Putin wants that control directive back. And so his support of for instance, his support of the Syrian war was entirely because Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Georgia, those countries have a large Muslim population. And the only way he can get those populations to agree with him is if he supports their narrative, which is why he supported the Syrian conflict. That is why also ultimately he will eventually go against Israel. It is my suspicion that Russia will go against Israel. And when that happens, if that happens while Trump is in his term, it's going to be a problem.
And 26 nations just did a thing against Gaza.
Yeah.
Against the genocide, finally.
Yeah. Yeah. On top of the fact that the U.S. is about to enter into Amnesty International problems. Amnesty International has discovered that Alligator Alcatraz violates many directives.
Oh, yeah.
Many, 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 many different directives of human treatment. And
there's
it possibly even violates the Geneva Convention. And if that happens, then we're in trouble.
There's a county jail down there somewhere in Florida that built a tent specifically for the immigrants. And that apparently is also equally bad. It's pretty much a mini Alcatraz inside of the county jail area. We have this. Our policy is if you are an immigrant, we are going to treat you like you're not human, and that has to violate a gazillion international laws.
So, to add to that, Johnson announced today he will not hold a vote until after August,
right?
To release the Epstein files.
Right.
What's August? Just a random kick the can down the
road. I mean, at this point, however many, 45 days.
It's our chance to actually get them in their corners at home and yell at all of them, by the way. They're supposed to be home for the next 30 days, 50 days, whatever. We've got to get in contact with our local people and tell them that they're full of shit.
Yeah.
So he isn't admitting that this list is real then after he told us.
Well, so here's the thing. Real. Is the list real? Is it not real? Yes, the list is real. Yes, his name is on it. Yes, he's in it. I don't understand why people can't accept this. They unearthed an interview from 10 years ago where a member of Two Live Crew said he and the band and Eddie Murphy were at Mar-a-Lago partying with Trump, and there were underage women there, and he didn't feel comfortable with it. So, that tidbit came out. The card in the book tidbit came out. There's a whole slew of evidence that I think is going to just slowly come out, and this is why Trump is taking the narrative that, oh, the Epstein list, Obama wrote that. Really? Obama wrote Epstein's Black Book. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Here's what I think is going to happen. They're going to release the Black Book, and it's going to be some FBI agent scribbled out Trump's name and wrote Obama. And they're going to see Obama was in there.
Yeah. That shitty old write-up.
Don't read that. That's a mistake.
Yeah. That's right.
Epstein was writing Trump's name, but he meant Obama.
Right. They're trying to get Obama for treason now.
Yes. Here's the thing. I'm going to say this. You want that to happen. You want that to happen. You know why you want that to happen?
Because they've already ruled that actions taken during presidency are immune.
Oh, good point.
If they are able to prosecute Obama for something Obama did while he was president, that means it's going to open the door for Trump to be held accountable for whatever the fuck he did during the time that he was president, and he gets bent over and fucked in the ass. And yeah, I agree with Wendy Parker. I mean, if Obama gets dragged into a courtroom, those bitches are going to lose. They're going to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna go well.
Yeah. Well, for one thing, what he did wasn't wrong.
No. I completely.
So,
yeah,
there isn't anything to prosecute him for. But yeah, if they drag him to court, then they have to get rid of the fact that Obama has been given immunity for every stupid. Yeah.
right. And so, I mean, you want that to happen. Here's why it won't happen. Because he's a president. You can't touch that. But if they could touch that, that would be it. And then basically Trump would get fucked. Trump is going to get fucked one way or the other. I just like if some rough trick named Jim is going to do it, I want to watch. I'm not into gay porn. I want to watch Trump get bent over and fucked in the ass. I do. I'm sorry. I could get past it, but too bad, Brandon.
How long do you think it would take for his anus to become prolapsed?
I don't want to even.
Okay.
I know, I can't do that.
Let me. I need a minute to get my composure. Okay. Honey. That hole is prolapsing already into a huge rosebud. And I don't mean a little rosebud. I'm talking like a full-blown rosebud. Because that motherfucker is shitting his pants. Look, okay, here's the deal. I had colorectal surgery like a month and a half ago, okay? I did, because I had a fissure. And so I just want to be real clear about this. I'm not in diapers. When I go to the bathroom, there's no should I? No, I get up and go.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I am. Trump is way over here. He's over here. When it's like, oh, went in the pants. No, that means yes. There's two rings there. One of those rings doesn't work. So all that's left is this other ring that pops out.
I'm sorry, Lisa.
When I was younger,
I'm trying so hard to be polite.
when I was younger, we used to call that trunk butt.
Okay.
Trunk butt. Yeah,
Now we
trunk
know.
butt. Which meant you were just having way too much anal. You needed to stop. Oh, gosh. More people come in when we start talking dirty.
Well, I mean, it's also a time thing, right?
Yeah. For out a while, and people go, "Oh wait, they're still there. Maybe something's going on."
Yeah,
Maybe I need to go in and look. No, maybe I shouldn't. I shouldn't go in there. Well, Karen came in here, so I'm letting Karen monitor the chat over. So did that answer your question, Erin?
Mm-hmm.
I think you had another one. I just wanted to be sure.
Well, you answered that in conjunction. It was like, does Trump know, or is he just fearful of? And will he just tear the whole thing down with him? When he sees what is trying to happen, will he let it happen willingly, or is he going to be like, "These are my people. I brought them here. I destroyed this country." He's not handing over his shitty handiwork to his dumb son and the Elon Musk.
Here's the thing. I don't think he has the wither to all to resist anything that's going to happen. I think if something happens, he's going to try to deny it right up until they take him out of the room and they put him in the little white jacket. Take him out of the room and escort him off of the premises. Now, I think he's going to fight that tooth and nail? Sure. But here's the thing. If the 25th ever gets initiated, he's sort of stuck. He can't say, "No, I'm the emperor. You can't depose me," or "What you have to do what I say." When the 25th process starts, he kind of has to sit down and shut the fuck up. Now, is he going to? No, he's not.
Are we sure he won't just die?
He might. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that kind of stress might be enough.
He's really actually a lot unhealthier than he pretends he is.
Well, here's the thing about that. I'm going to give you a little preview. So I sat down with a friend of mine online earlier this morning because I was really upset. And I wrote the final, "He's really dying and this is why." So here's the core of it. The CVI, the clear signs of CHV, his dementia, his venous problems, his inability to function, his inability to basically remember things that happened 2 days ago, on top of all of his lower GI problems, are all systemically pointing to a much larger issue at the bottom of the funnel, and that is Dirtman. I firmly, call me crazy. I don't think he's going to make it to the end of the year. I just don't. Well, if he does, it's because of some really good fucking drugs, and that means by the summer of the following year, he's done. And he can't. Because couple all of that with the amount of stress he has.
I don't know. He seems so out of touch sometimes. I'm not sure how much stress he has some days.
Well, I mean, look at Obama. When Obama got out of office.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like, that job.
But Obama cared.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's the difference. I think Trump has this view of what's going on in the world, and it's not what's really happening. And in his world, does he have that much stress? Because he kind of thinks he's
Yeah, I think he does.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he does. I mean, I think he has to.
Okay.
So yeah, I coupled all of his physical problems on top of his mental issues, on top of his stress issues. I think he's done. And so I think by the midterms, worst case, by the midterms, we'll be looking at a Vance presidency.
Ugh. That's actually worse.
Here's the thing. I don't think so. I don't think so. And here's why. Vance has no idea what the fuck he's doing. And he can like be directed by people. Here's the thing about that. That guy is big enough and a dumbass that he'll slip up, and when he does, somebody will be there to catch it. And whoever the fuck that is the person that's like, okay, we tried this 2 times and it failed both times. I'm not doing this a third time. I'm getting the fuck out. So, yeah, I think with Vance that it won't be long.
Okay.
And I think now, how bad will he fuck up? Good fucking question. Yeah, I good fucking question as to how bad it is that he's going to screw up. But I think it's going to be something pretty huge. On top of the fact that Vance is a waffler. 2 years ago, he was 3 years ago, anti-Trump. Now, he's Trump's fluffer.
Well, he isn't. I think of him more as somebody who has absolutely no morals. He's willing to do whatever it takes to get power.
I see. Here's the thing about that. I think, well, I don't know. I'll reserve my judgment. There's a few things in play there that I think will affect that. I don't think that if Vance gets to be president, it's going to go very well. I really don't. He just really doesn't. So. But no, Erin, to answer your question, I don't think that they're going to drag him out kicking and screaming. That's going to be about the extent of it. Oh, Julie, you do know what a fluffer is, or do I have to tell that story again?
You didn't know it till now?
Can we talk really quick? Because Elaine made the comment. What is his thing? What is JD Vance's thing with eyeliner? Like, I look at it and I'm like, this isn't the 80s and you're not a rock star. Or does he just naturally look like that?
I'm going to answer that question right now. And I'm going to I'm going to send you the reason why. I'm going to send you the reason why. So here we go. Everybody get ready to watch Erin's eyes pop out of her head.
It's not fair that the rest of us don't get
Okay,
it.
there you go. That's why.
Where did you send it?
Oh, I sent it to your signal.
Oh, okay.
Wait for it. 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 Gonna give it about 2 or 3 more seconds.
Wait, what? That's 2 hours ago. Trump DOJ makes rare concession in Abrego Garcia case, agrees to let him stay in U.S. for 30 days to evaluate his options? That's not a concession.
Yep.
No, it's not a concession. Law and crime is someplace that always makes you
we gotta wait for Erin to come back. Erin, did we lose you? Yeah, I can re-invite you. So if you don't know this, and we'll wait for Erin to come back in and I will comment this. In college,
Dude, I can't even believe what I just saw.
right? In college, J.D. Vance was a cross-dresser.
A good one, too.
And like, he didn't look bad. I'm a trans woman, and I look at that picture and I go, I mean, he was kind of cute in a weird college, yeah, kind of way. Like, I mean, like he hadn't shaved or whatever, but like, I'm serious. Like, I look at that and I think, I mean, okay, I'm just going to say, if he'd shave and let me use some concealer and do his makeup and shit, I mean, he'd look pretty passable.
Yeah.
So that's his situation with makeup, is that, oh, and then that's the other thing. In his biography, he talks about being gay. Like he alludes, like he alluded to the fact that he might have been gay. Now that tells me he didn't allude to the fact that he was gay. Oh, it meant he was gay.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think Vance has this strong pull inside himself that is just difficult for him to deal with. And he's going through his I hate myself bullshit mentality. You know, I hate myself. This is really bad. And here's why. So
There was a thing Colbert did like a while back when he was doing the Colbert Report, and it was about how gay men who were like repressing it went for Asian women. I don't know if that was like a cultural thing or whatever that was, but it makes like his relationship with his wife look kind of different to me now that I know that he's obviously not like presenting authentically. Like that's a really interesting I don't know if it's just
Is it,
go ahead, release.
Here's the thing. The reason that happened was because Japanese women were very socially controlled. So if you were a gay guy and you married a Japanese woman, and Japanese women were like worse than Christian women as far as staying with the husband and pleasing the husband, no matter what the husband wanted to do, because of the closed nature of the prefecture and their culture. And so a lot of gay men could carry on and having whatever relationships with whoever they wanted, and they could marry an Asian woman and get away with it. I was actually kind of surprised Rock Hudson didn't do that. Because Rock Hudson sucked a lot of dick.
mm-hmm.
Took a lot of dick too. I mean, him and Cary Grant both.
Okay.
Did you know that? I'm not. That's not.
I think I just read about Cary Grant, but
no, like Cary Grant had been rumored for many years to actually have been gay. Yeah, like he being gay was the same thing as James Dean being gay, and it was pretty obvious that there was some gay coding in James Dean's characters that made it okay. Yeah, this is probably true. But yeah, the whole like there wasn't it was not a like strong motif, but it was a thing. Just like gay guys marrying lesbians in the 70s and 80s, lavender marriages, so that people could go outside of the marriage to do whatever the fuck they wanted. But that was a byproduct of, McCarthy's pinko bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That was so problematic. I think I'm pretty sure we wrote an article about it, the lavender scare, back then. So it was, not a good So tomorrow's geopolitical is the USSR Reformation. And then the day after that is the last, he really is dying, and here's why. Uh, Jerry, I'm going to say, yes, I agree with you. I don't think that Thiel cares about that. You know that Peter Thiel's gay, right? We all know that he's gay, right? Like, he kept a male lover confined to his. No, there's no thing. He kept a man confined into his house and used him for sexual activities. And he won't say it was his boyfriend or whatever, but it was very clear that what was going on. And then mysteriously, after they broke up and he left the Teal compound a year later, he died in an apparent suicide, which is like super creepy as fuck. Yeah. Yeah. So Teal is on top of the fact that, I mean, Teal is already like basically platelet transfusing children's blood into his body so that he can live forever.
Yeah.
You know, because he has this weird idea that he wants to live forever. Kimmy, yeah, the whole thing about Thomas and Teal being a couple, it's really weird. Somebody will write a biography about it 10 years from now and it'll be fucked up. Pretty viscerally fucked up. Teal is if there's anybody that's the Antichrist, and I'm not ascribing the belief that there is an actual Antichrist, but if there's anybody that could be an Antichrist, it would be Peter Thiel. 100%. I agree.
How much do we think that the Catholicism that Vance has is related to white Christian nationalism? Because there's apparently a strain of it that is specifically based in that. And I've been just, kind of wondering, after watching a few things today, my television switched into documentaries about actually about the Unite the Right rally and all of the violence around it. And one of the people there was very Catholic, and I'm like, wait a second, is that where Vance kind of, because he wasn't Catholic until just a few years ago.
No. So I hate to say this, but yes, there are divisionaries of the church that are extremely racist.
Right.
As to whether or not Vance is a member of those sects is unknown. But so, for instance, the Society of St. Pius, they struggled with anti-Semitism and Holocaust denial through the course of the, and then there's set of Vacanist groups that are like, those guys are like White Aryan Brother and KKK members. There's the Remnant newspaper, and then there's radical traditional Catholicism, which overlaps by promoting Catholic integralism, which is the doctrine that says all people should be white and everybody else should be enslaved or killed. And so, yeah, there's sects of Catholicism that are really fucking scary. And here's what's scary about them: the Vatican acknowledges them as Catholic delineated churches. So the Pope won't discredit those churches.
Oh, wow.
And I think that's pretty fucked up. So, yeah, that's really, I mean,
because I know his Catholicism got called out by the previous Pope. And so I was just kind of curious if his Catholicism, he might have come to it from a more white nationalist standpoint, given where he's at.
but Erin's right about that. It's all about the money.
Yeah.
Really, the current Pope and the previous Pope were the first two popes where I legitimately believe it wasn't about the money.
Yeah.
Francis was a progressive Pope.
He was.
And I mean, like, here was the thing. I say this to everybody. When Francis got up in front, when the Holy See got up in front of everybody and said, if a gay man seeks to have a relationship with God, who am I to stop him? He said that, and I literally said, whoever I was sitting next to at the time, he's going to walk off stage and somebody's going to kill him. He's going to walk off stage, somebody's going to kill him. And then one of the other things that Francis did, if other religions seek to commune with Christians, we shouldn't stop them. Like, he said that, and I'm like, okay, that's it. That's the thing that's going to get it. Like, he kept just saying thing after thing after thing after thing. And like every time he'd say something, I'm like, okay, this is it. He's going to get killed right here. Watch. This is game over. Does it happen? No. So yeah, I like and the current pope will probably do that. He'll say a number of things where I'm like, okay, he just said that. That's way too fucking progressive for the Catholic Church. The rumor is, for instance, the current pope might be the pope that will finally end the celibacy issue in the Catholic Church and allow priests to marry. And I guarantee you, the minute that happens, all of the weird sexual scandal shit in the church will disappear. Because because that will give priests an outlet.
Yeah.
A social outlet. Because I think a large portion of the reason that Catholic priests are so bad is because they have no, like, they put them in a little circle and that's it. Can't go out.
Does that really lead to child molestation, though?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
if you're into women, though, are you? I don't.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
I don't want to.
The child sex scandal in the Catholic Church was not gender specific.
Right.
That was
that's true.
That was a male and female iterated situation. One was slightly larger than the other, but not by much. There was as much female SA as there was male SA. And here's the weird thing about it. The Baptist Church, the Guideposts orgs did a study like 4 years ago, and they found that about 65% of all of the Southern Baptist Convention churches all had some sexual scandal that they'd covered up.
Oh yeah, I believe it. One thing, they don't teach anything about sex to their kids, and they teach them total obedience to adults. So if you're going to be someone who will assault a child, there's no better place to go than to hide out in a Southern Baptist church.
A church, period.
Yeah.
A lay minister or a minister, if you say anything, God will hate you.
Well, you're taught you have to obey adults. You're taught to respect and obey all adults. You aren't taught just obey your parents. You're taught obey everybody. So it makes you much easier to assault.
Yes. Elaine, I wish she'd argue that point. Someone who molests a child doesn't need permission to be with grown-ups. I agree on that point, but here's the thing. Guilt and shame, shame particularly, that kind of shame layered on top of Christian authority makes individuals, especially someone who is younger, viscerally controllable, in my opinion. And I hate it. As a person who was SA'd as a child, that's not acceptable. Yeah, Janie's right. Guilt, obedience, and shame.
Well, the other thing is too, I mean, there was a woman who approached me and said she thought that her older kids were being assaulted by her husband. And I found out it was from my son finding out that it was the younger kids. And when I confronted, I told her, because she was like, I don't have any proof, so I can't confront him. So I told her, hey, my son has this game and it doesn't use words that I ever heard of. And her husband filed rape charges on my 5-year-old and insisted he had nothing to do with it. What's really sad is in Missouri, you aren't guilty of rape till you're at least 7.
I have a real problem with that.
I do too. But yeah, that woman stayed with him. And I ended up becoming a town pariah.
Wow.
She stayed with him, kept her kids with him, everything. And I know part of it, I believe part of it on the Baptist church and the way the Baptist church is structured and patriarchy and women having to stay with their husband regardless and all of the bullshit. All of it. It created the problem.
By the way, Edward, if you're still alive, I just read your comment on the my trans erasure article where I said Republicans want to eradicate or kill me. And I just wanted to know, Edward, I was deeply moved by your comment. I'm almost inclined to read it. So there's a very real fear of trans erasure going around in the current administration.
Oh, yeah.
So Edward says this, Wendy, it's going to take action by all of us standing against this. Those of us who are straight will have the most impact, the ones who will have to be the loudest and the most militant. No bigotry here, just practical awareness. We have to stand up together for all disadvantaged groups, especially those who are most likely to be overlooked. For my part, I intend to be a safe place and offer every bit of support that I am able to provide. My representatives already know who I am and know that I will be in their faces and use my money to make change. They know how much I donate and don't want to see that go away. They also know me personally as I volunteer my time and skills as well. They really don't want to piss me off because they know I can switch my support on a dime. We all need to make ourselves just as indispensable to our representatives and use leverage for justice for all disadvantaged groups. The more people that do this, the more likely they will change, more likely change will happen. Just remember, my friend Wendy, if there is anything that I can do to help you personally, do not hesitate to make your needs known to me. I will do whatever I am able to do. Edward, I am deeply moved by this response. Deeply moved by this response. And I am very thankful. So I felt like Edward Belonger needed to have that read aloud because it was very kind. But anyway, we're right at the top of the hour. Do either of you ladies have anything else?
No.
I was going to tell another really bad dating experience just to round it
You
off.
probably should.
Because we were talking about all this somber shit and I didn't really know. So, I don't know if I should tell that one.
Well, no, you can't tease us like that.
Okay. All right. So, have I told you guys the gold teeth one?
Not
the gold
me.
teeth story? Okay. So, I had a friend, and my friend was somebody who lived in a constant world of innocence. And so, in her constant world of innocence, she would, like I'd hear from her or whatever, and she'd be like, "Hey, I'm dating this guy, and I think he's the one." And I'm like, "Okay, how long have you been dating him?" And she's like, "3 weeks." And I'm like, "Okay, um, how do you know he's the one?" And she was like, "Well, because he told me he loves me." And I'm like, okay, we're like 3 dates in, and he's told you that he loves you. She's like, yeah, that means he's the one. And I'm like, okay, all right.
Uh-oh.
Have you been to his house yet? And she was like, well, no, I can't. And I'm like,
That's
why
never
can't
a good
you go?
sign.
Why can't you go to his house? Because he works third shift in a factory. And I'm like, okay. And that's why you don't talk to him during the day, because he's sleeping. And she's like, how did you know? And I was like, lucky guess. So,
Oh no.
oh, it gets better. So, all right, well, great. So I stopped talking to her. Like a week later, she called me. Hey, I'm in the bathroom and I'm talking really low. I need you to help me. And I'm like, what do you want me to help you with? And she's like, I've got Roger in the living room and he won't leave. And I was like, okay, why won't he leave? And she says, well, because this was like our second date. And I'm like, you've been dating this person for a month, I thought. I thought you've already been out with him a few times. No, we were just talking, but this is the second date. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you want me to do? And she's like, I want you to come over here and ask him to leave. And I was like, okay. So I got in my car and um, drove over there and walked up into her apartment and I knocked on the door. And she ran up and she said, oh, my husband, I'm so glad you're home. Now, legit, I was wearing a dress. Legit. And I walked in and he was sitting there on the couch with his thing sticking out of his pants.
Oh, lovely.
All 14 of it.
Oh my. Oh, that's a lot. Ooh.
Yes,
Whoa.
that's quite a bit.
And I said, I don't know how I said this with a straight face. I really do not know how I said this with a straight face. I literally said, the man at the house is here. It's time for you to leave. He smiled. Gold teeth, all of them in his mouth. And so he was like, and I want to be clear, I was standing in like 4-inch stilettos when this happened. So I was like 7 foot tall. And he tried to bristle and get in my face. I looked down and said, really? You're going to try that? And he was like, I don't know, maybe not. And rolled himself up into his, and then ran out the door. And she was like, oh my God, thank you. And I was like, I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this again.
I don't blame you.
By the way, I'm just curious. I just want to know. Up to you if you're going to answer. Did you get it all the way in? And that's when she told me, yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
And I
that's
said, how?
yeah, dude.
And she said, well, you see that little mark on the floor over there? And I was like, it was a little, like a big circle about like this, discoloration on the floor. And I went, uh, so let me guess. It was kind of one of like those things where the
Ugh.
back of the hand. And she said, yes. And I said, okay. I take it your stomach did not respond well to that. And she said, no. And I went, okay. So I grabbed my purse, adjusted my wig, made sure my makeup was all good. I proceeded to walk to the door and then say, we're never talking about this ever again. We're never talking about this ever again. And then I left. Of course, like a month later, she called me up. She did it again.
Oh, no.
I will tell you, I care about this person. I really, really care about this person. And I kept up with this person for a very long time. What I will tell you is this. In a 5-year period, I got about 25 calls like that. Hey, are you at home? Yeah, I'm at home. Can you come over and help me? And I'm like, what the fuck did you do now? So, Lisa,
Yes.
if you find yourself in this position, just call me up. I'll come over. I will wear a dinner length sequin dress in
Can
4-inch
I borrow it
stilettos
later?
in drag makeup with my most beautiful hairpiece on, and I will walk into the house and say, the husband's here. Who the fuck are you? And that will ensure that that never happens again.
At least with that person. Oh,
Because that's what I do for mine.
you realize you're totally safe making that offer to me, right?
If I lived in your locale, I'd still do it. Here's the thing. For as many times, here's the thing. For as many times as I have done that, if any readers are in Atlanta and you are a woman and you go out with somebody and you feel threatened, just send me a message with your address. I'll come and take care of it. Because that's the type of mother I am. I mean, I don't.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
People don't have enough
That's the
friends like
kind
that.
of lady that you are. That's not just a mom thing. I mean, if I could beat the shit out of
Well, I will
dudes.
tell you that very hilariously, after the gold teeth guy, there was like 4 or 5 guys after that, and I had to do it again. And I didn't go over in a dress. I mean, I was wearing leggings and high heeled boots. I had on a shirt, and my boobs looked. I was wearing my push up bras. My boobs looked kind of cleavagey or whatever. And
Nice.
so, here's what happened. You'll laugh about this. He got up, he got a bristled or whatever, and then he hit me. Like squared me right on the jaw. Here's the thing about that. I was like, and like he like laid his whole body into it, and nothing. I didn't flinch or whatever. I mean, he made a good connect with my lower jaw or whatever. And he was like, well, what the fuck? And I'm like, you hit like a girl. And then, so, right. So I want to point this out too, by the way. I will not, I'll just say this. There are a few people in this chat that know about my maternal siblings. So, Lisa, I will let you guess how many times my sister has broken the bridge of my nose. Take a shot.
Well, you got to realize I'm informed by having a younger sister.
Okay.
Though she actually never broke it. She just bloodied it repeatedly.
Right.
Can I tell you a quick story?
Oh, sure.
My sister,
Well,
okay, I do not understand to this day why I did not learn how to duck. But there was this period of about a year and a half where every time my sister got mad, she'd literally bloody my nose, just punch me straight in the middle of the face every time. So we start school, and I'm in second grade. She's in first grade, and we're on the bus together, and she bloodies my nose on the bus. And back then, this principal carries a paddle. You're taught to fear the principal and everything. And the bus driver sees it happen. He pulls over the bus. And he comes walking back. And my sister's sitting in the seat next to me going, please, don't send me to the principal's office. Don't send me to the principal's office. Don't send me to the principal's office. And then he gets back there and he goes, what happened? I said, you stopped that bus so fast, I fell into the seat in front of me. He goes, okay. And walked back to the end of the bus. She never hit me again after that. That was the last time she ever punched me in the nose. But I would guess your sister broke your nose at least twice. No? More? Wow.
15.
Whoa.
Now,
Mine was only broke once.
ask me how many times I returned the favor.
Oh, no. Never?
One less.
14?
Yes.
Wow.
Now, one day I will explain to all of you why this is the case. One day I'll tell all of you why. So, when the guy hit me, I was like, really? Don't you think you can try harder than that? And he was like, I'm leaving. So, yeah. If you live in Atlanta, yeah, Sarah knows the answer. Sarah's heard the story about my sister. I've told Sarah that story. Erin, have I told you that story?
I don't think so.
Oh boy, yeah. That's you can just ask Sarah about it. She'll tell you. I give you permission to tell anybody about my sister that you want to, that sends you a message and says, I want to know how Wendy got her nose broken 15 times. You're allowed to tell that story. You can convey that. So yeah, and I look. So if you live in Atlanta and you're a woman and there's a guy and the guy is mistreating you, you just send me an address. I'll take care of it. Because, I have 6 bridges in my mouth. Why the fuck do you think that is? Okay. Ladies, do either of you have anything else before we break?
Nope.
What do you think your pieces are going to be tomorrow?
So the pieces done. I'll give you guys a full preview. We probably should just do that anyway. So here's the schedule for tomorrow. Tomorrow's schedule is the meditation and the meditation guidance are inspiration and insecurity. Or no, I didn't do a companion article for tomorrow, so I might have to generate one. Yeah, I'll have to generate one. But the one for tomorrow the meditation for tomorrow asks the question. Here's the question: what if your resentment is an obstacle to peace? It is not an obstacle to peace, but a guardian of it, a fierce protection for something sacred within you that deserves better treatment. Because we always protect things within ourselves, and we use things to shield us away from that. How might honoring the fire of that anger with the concept of tranquility create a more authentic and sustainable peace for yourself. And so the companion article will match that feeling and emotion. And then the other piece, we lost Lisa. Oh, well, Lisa, it was lovely to see you. The other piece for tomorrow is how and why it is that Putin intends to reform the USSR, and how that'll work. And then I meant to do a queer history article today. I didn't do one because I asked people why Republicans want to eradicate and kill trans people like me. So I have two really good queer articles for Wednesday and Friday, and I may do another one on Thursday just to match it. We'll see. But as with all the case, I tell people this: if you're a paid subscriber and you want me to write about something or you want me to focus on something, send me a message. You know how to get in touch with me. If you think that I need to write about something or cover something, I have no problem writing about things that the paid family want me to write about. So if there's something out there that you think I should write about, let me know. Erin, that it?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that's nice.
Okay.
Thank you.
No. Thank you. All right, get the fuck out.
Yeah, get the fuck. I will. I'm getting the fuck out right now. Bye, Mom.
Whoa, wait. The fuck is your problem? You're breaking up my shit here. What the hell? You know what? You have to come in the live now. It's over here. No, the next fucking time. You know what? I'm so sick of her. She's dodging every time I try to get her to come into a live. She's gonna co-host next time. You watch, it's coming. Anyway, thank you all very much. I can't do this without you guys. We can't do this without each other. Julie, that was my partner. Kira, the other author in this house. So with that, if you're new, please subscribe. If you're a free subscriber, consider being a paid subscriber. I'm running the summer special, which is like half off or some shit. Esoteric, don't turn me on. You're gonna do that. If you're gonna offer spankings, you have to be able to give them. That's just how it works. So, and with that, I will tell all of you good night. I love you. Stay safe and do what you have to do to take care of yourselves out there. Good night and good luck.